Steve Gamache here with another episode of Chef Knives to Go. Quick look product reviews, and what we have now is the Takamura Migaki R2 Petty, the 130mm knife. So petty is just the Japanese name for a utility knife. The core steel on this line is R2, also known as SG2 depending on the maker, powdered metallurgy stainless steel. It's a full stainless steel that has excellent edge retention, yet is halfway reasonable to sharpen, so it's not crazy to sharpen it, but it'll take a nice edge, and again, really nice edge retention. The heat treat's about 62 to 63 Rockwell on that core steel, so fairly hard. The construction is a full stainless, softer stainless cladding over the top of that stainless core, so it's an all stainless blade. I'll give you a close-up look. It's a little hard to show the cladding line, but it is there. So it's a 3-layer sandwich. The weight on this is light, 2.4 ounces, 69 grams. Edge length, right about 130 on the money, which is right about 5 inches from the tip to the back of the chin, or the back of the blade called the chin here. The overall length, about 9.65 inches, or 245 millimeters. And then these are thin. The Migaki lineup is very thin all the way through, so 1.35 millimeters is what my digital micrometer said. And here is what it looks like. It's thin, 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 and believe it or not, it gets even thinner at the tip. Really skinny at the tip. This knife just really flies through stuff. At the heel, it's about 28.4 millimeters, so again, not a tall petty, a little more of a kind of a utility style. And I think you can see the core steel at the edge there. You've got some chiseled kanji and then an embossed symbol for the maker. There you can see the core steel pretty well. And then on the back, you've got some embossed kanji as well. So it's a really pretty blade. You've got a machine finish with vertical machining abrasive marks on it. Fit and finish is excellent on the knife. Got a nice thin handle, so despite the thinness, you'll still get a little bit of clearance if you do want to do some board work, although I'll show you when I put the cutting board up. A lot of times if you've got a knife that's not very tall at the heel and you want to do some board work, just work off the edge of your countertop or the edge of your board, and then you got all the room that you want for that. Out of the box edge is excellent, about a 6 or 7 out of 10. These will take a nice edge, so they're not kind of known for their out of the box edges. They're very thin at the edge, high performance blades. Nice fit and finish on the spine, the choil. They're pretty much ready to rock and roll right out of the box. If you know how to sharpen well, you may just want to put your own edge on it anyway, and it will not take long to put an edge on it because the bevel's pretty small because it's so thin at the edge, so you'll be sharp in no time at all. So here's your profile on the cutting board. And as I mentioned, if you have a knife that's not very tall at the heel and you're having clearance issues for your fingers, just work off the edge of the board if it's taller like this one, or if it's not, maybe scoot to the edge of your countertop so you can get your hand off the edge, and then you got plenty of room to work with. So here is the profile. It's a really nice profile. It's kind of like, almost like a little mini Guto actually, just not very tall because it's a short knife. It's only 130 millimeters. So that's what it looks like on the board. I can get about that high, so it'll rock over small stuff, no problem. It's a really cool profile. These are neat blades. It's a nice line of knives. So there you have a great petty. This is the Takamura Migaki R2 Petty 130mm knife.